Welcome back to another episode of Reimagined Energy. I'm your host, Maria McGowan, and today we have truly inspiring guests, Kiah and Kitana of Hope Blooms. Hope Blooms is shaping the next generation's understanding of energy and sustainability. Their work empowers youth to think critically about renewable energy and introduces them to exciting projects that we'll hear about in a minute. I'm so happy to speak to Hope Blooms, and I hope this inspires more organizations like them. Hi, guys. Welcome to Reimagined Energy.
Hi.
It's really great to see you. I love where you're located today. Where are you sitting right now?
We're in the greenhouse. It's 100% off the grid, so yeah, we're doing lots of growing in here. We have our aquaponic system, our hydroponic system, our rainwater catching system. If you hear a little bit of noises in the background, gurgling, that's what that is. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, I love the story about Hope Blooms. So for those who aren't, who don't know what your organization is, tell everyone how it all began.
Yeah, so Hope Blooms actually started on an abandoned plot of land. Some youth and Jesse decided that they wanted to start a garden, and they first started growing tomatoes and herbs to make salsa. That didn't work out. It was a little too messy. So then they decided to switch to salad dressing, which then took off and they decided that they wanted to give all of the proceeds back. And from there, Jessie just knew that she had a good thing going. And yeah, later they ended up going on Dragon's Den in 2014 and decided that they wanted to further launch their business of fresh herb salad dressings that they made all themselves. And they decided that 100% of the proceeds were going to go into a scholarship fund for all of the youth in the Hope Blooms program.
Excellent.
They didn't initially go on Dragon's Den to actually talk about their business. They just wanted to spread the word that Beauty and Brilliance don't have a postal code. So yeah.
That's awesome. And the Dragon's Den is like the equivalent, I guess, of like Shark Tank,
Yeah.
For Canada.
On CBC.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the pitch one, top 10 pitches of all time. You should definitely check it out on, it's a really great video, yeah.
No, that is good. And that was really that was the push to get everything kind of in motion, having that support, and definitely elevated everything. Energy literacy, it's with youth, it's very important to Hope Blooms. I'm hearing. You have a program that's called Green Labs. And so tell everyone about Green Labs, how it all started and what's involved in all of that.
Yeah, so now at Hope Blooms we have a program on every day of the week. And one of those programs me and Kitana came up with to add some environmental science and some sustainability into the curriculum for the Hope Blooms youth. So Green Labs is a STEM education program and a climate action program, and the goal is to sort of build connections to nature for youth and also build more science literacy and renewable energy literacy into the community. And it starts really young, so it's ages 6 to 10. So it's getting really little kids excited about topics renewable energy or vermicomposting or just general ecological knowledge. We go on different experiential learning trips to different green spaces in Halifax, and we've been to visit all sorts of cool places beekeeping, and we went to do a hydrogen cell workshop at DAL, and just we have a bunch of different collaborations, and it's just getting youth into those spaces and excited about building a more sustainable future.
Definitely. And so where did the need come, to educate youth about renewable energy? Why renewable energy?
Yeah, so we're in the north end of Halifax. specifically Uniacke Square. So it's a predominantly African Nova Scotian community. And we think it's really important to get African Nova Scotian youth in STEM programs where that's not something they're typically like exposed to. And we think it's really important to teach that and to hopefully go on and encourage African Nova Scotian youth and youth from like low income communities to go into those programs.
What are some of the most interesting innovations or ideas that that have come out of a science fair that you guys hold? Like, kids have really great, cool ideas.
Yeah.
So what ones stand out to you guys?
We've had some really amazing ideas, and it's crazy because they'll be like, yeah, at the age of 6, coming up with these like really elaborate scientific inventions. My personal favorite was one of our youth, Taraya, designed a robotic submarine that would basically like go through the ocean and be able to detect garbage or like polluted areas and collect it using like a robotic arm. And then inside the belly of the submarine there was like a bunch of vermicomposting like going on, so there was like insects and worms that would be decomposing the garbage, so that on the other end it was a complete system. The submarine
cool.
could then release nutrients in like nutrient depleted parts of the ocean. So she thought about like the entire cycle in this invention, and it was like so amazing to see that some of the things we talked about in the program she like applied in her invention. And it was also like solar powered. It would go up to the surface and get charged, and then yeah, she thought of everything.
my
That was one of my
goodness.
personal favorites, but
Yeah.
they're really incredible like things that they're coming up with.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. How about you, Katana? Any ones that
Oh,
stick out
There's
for
so
you?
many good ones.
Oh, there's so many good ones. My personal favorite was one from Troy's brother, actually. His name's KJ, and it was like a recyclodrone. So it was something that was like going around and detecting garbage, and
Like in the park and
basically,
stuff,
yeah,
I
like
think. Yeah.
in through parks and all through the city, and just it's a drone, and it basically goes and picks up garbage and recycles it accordingly. So yeah, it was able to detect what garbage goes where, and yeah, I thought it was
Wow.
cool.
Interesting. I love it. I mean, kids have the best ideas. I
Yeah.
honestly believe that. So these cool thing, you kind of grew their thinking in another way to think about garbage and how things are used. And they were introduced to things you said earlier, like a hydrogen cell car, at Dalhousie University, and then worm composting. And now you're working on, you were telling me earlier, a solar powered music studio, which is really
Yeah.
cool. So, uh, you know, these all set a great example to the community, and to think of where energy comes from. But the solar powered music studio, that's cool.
Yeah, we're really excited to get started on that. It's something that especially the boys who love doing music have been really excited about. Um, yeah. So
That's
basically,
it. So it's going to be like it's going to be completely off the grid, or will it be like helped by solar power, I guess?
it'll be completely off the grid.
No way. That's cool.
Yeah.
No,
And
that'll
there's
be
like
fun.
some other cool innovations that they've added into their design, like with the heat produced from like using the energy, there's gonna be like composting built into that where it sort of releases the heat. Like it has a ventilation system that will help with our composting. And then also I think it was gonna catch some water. Like they kind of thought of
Yeah.
all these details that
Wow.
Also,
are really like unique.
I don't know if this is
Mhm.
something we'll do because it sounds expensive, but they were in music studios they have like that foam on the walls. They were thinking of
Yeah.
instead of using that, using moss to keep the sound,
Yeah,
Mhm.
keep it soundproof, but like with the natural
which is also an
option.
air pure, which also I think preserve moss
Purifies the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that comes forward, and hopefully someone linked to this podcast will assist with that. That's a great idea, because
Totally.
kids and music, and we all know that's so important.
Mhm.
What about your solar tracker? You have a really cool solar tracker
Yeah.
that you've installed on site. Fill everyone in on that.
Yeah, so the greenhouse that we're in right now, as we were saying earlier, has been solar powered for over 10 years. So this is like a really long-term value that Hope Blooms has had of like sustainability and like being really like ahead of its time in every way possible. So the like kind of natural extension of that was to have our entire space be off the grid. So in our main building, we have a classroom and like community space, and then we also have like some offices, and we have a global kitchen, we call it. So we run a bunch of culinary programs there, and we also, all of our social enterprises are made in that kitchen. So we wanted to like extend it for that whole space to be solar powered, and for that we needed a really powerful solar array. So we have the solar tracker, which has like a dual axis, so it can rotate completely and collect sun from as it moves in the sky to maximize that, because in Halifax, you know, it can be kind of cloudy, so when we do have the chance to collect energy, it's going to be really effective and for that, and the goal is that it's going to be able to produce like 110%, so we can give some back to the grid,
Wow.
which is just part of our like values as well, of giving back. And
Yes.
so we have that in the garden now, and then we also have added 16 panels along the wall here. So overall, that's going to be powerful enough to keep us running completely solar powered. So that's been a really long-term goal of ours that we finally achieved just this past week, and we had a big launch party, and it was really exciting. The kids cut the rope to reveal it. So yeah,
Oh, great timing then. That's really great.
yeah,
And it's summertime now, so you know, here in Canada, so you're making hay while the sun is shining. Let's
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
good
totally.
place to start.
Yeah. So looking ahead, what's next for Hope Blooms? You guys always seem to be doing really great things. So, you know, the next 6 to, you know, a year, you know, 1 year. What's happening? What's going on?
Yeah, so currently we're in the process of getting our greenhouse renovated. So just building more growing spaces here in the greenhouse. We're also upgrading our rainwater catching system, because gardening you do tend to use a lot of water. So we're trying to think of ways that we can save water.
Hmm.
Also, our hydroponic system is getting redone. So just like in the greenhouse, going around and renovating. Also, the garden, we're looking for more space to grow in the garden and trying to really utilize the spaces we have.
Hmm.
And we got our aquaponics redone, which is
Yeah,
awesome
it
with
looks
saving
super
water.
cool.
It uses the same water over and over and over again.
And just
So
clears it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It also has a higher turnover rate for the plants actually growing. And yeah, like you said, our solar powered music studio
Yeah.
is in the process. Yeah.
And then I guess just sort of relaunching the fact that like with the solar tracker and all the solar panels, all of our social enterprises are going to be solar powered.
Yeah.
Which is just a really cool concept and like something that's super unique. So I feel like spreading the word about that and like getting, I think also we're going to probably add into Green Labs a lot of like teaching on renewable energy involving like this technology now that we have it, so the kids
Hmm.
can like really see it up close and like learn about it.
Yeah, because when the youth are exposed to it, yeah, it'll be a lot more
Yeah, a lot more
different. Now we haven't really had a program that other than Green Labs that was completely ran off solar power.
Yeah.
Because
You guys must be so inspired by all of this on a personal level. Like you must be learning yourselves. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you
every
know,
day.
right? You know, it's just a very enriching. I'm so happy I've had you guys on this podcast. I've been wanting you guys for a while, and when I heard about the solar tracker, I thought, okay, definitely gotta have you guys on. So
Yeah.
thanks so much for your time. I know it's
Oh, thanks for
summertime. You got
having
a
me.
lot of programs going on right now, and you're getting ready for the fall. So thanks so much. What an incredible conversation with Kiah and Kitana of Hope Blooms today. I had so much fun talking to them, and I hope that you had a nice time listening in. It's clear that their work is not only inspiring the next generation, but it's also setting a powerful example for the entire community. Be sure to follow Hope Blooms and stay updated on their amazing work. Sounds like they always have something up their sleeve, which is great. And as always, thanks for tuning in to the Reimagined Energy podcast. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep reimagining the future of energy. Bye for now.